Welcome to a Christmas special Panther Sports Talk as we're joined with UNI head women's basketball coach Tanya Warren. Her Panthers 5-4 at the end of non-conference play. And coach, 3 top 25 teams, another one receiving votes. That's where those 4 losses come from. But you always schedule tough. What do you like about how this team has responded to that tough schedule so far?
Well, I think when you look at this team, and yes, we have a lot of kids back from a year ago, but they're all in different roles. And when you look at the non-conference schedule and how we scheduled it, it's a pretty tough schedule. And in all 4 of those losses, other than the Creighton game, and I'll talk about that here in a minute, I mean, they were one-possession games in the last 2 minutes. With Iowa State, you know, we had a 3 at the buzzer to take that thing to overtime. So this team has really competed. I like their grit. I like their toughness. And, you know, I mentioned the Creighton game, and I think that was a matter of a couple of things. The Iowa State hangover, and then we was leaving for Cancun that Monday, and we were already in Cancun. But
yeah, well, let's touch on those 2 games down in Cancun. Iowa State, Creighton, you mentioned those. Those were both here at home. The ability to host top 25 programs here on your home court is just a special opportunity for your kids.
It is a special opportunity, and for us to be able to play Iowa and Iowa State every year is something that our men are not afforded, and it's something that we appreciate. You know, and Creighton and what they was able to do with their special season a year ago, and obviously we know them and they know us, but to have 2 top 25 teams in your building and have a chance, that's pretty special.
Coach, you graduated some very experienced seniors. It feels like a young team, even though there's a handful of kids out there that have some good experience. But they come off that Creighton-Iowa State game. They go down to Cancun, and you get 2 quality wins down there. We
did, and we talked about after the Creighton game, we needed to refocus. This was a great opportunity for us to go against 2 very, very good programs historically. And both teams had a lot of experience back from a year ago, a lot of 5th-year kids, a lot of grad transfers, and I thought our kids played extremely well in both ball games, especially Tulane. We got off to a fast start, not as fast of a start the next night, but I think they jumped out to 13-0, and our bench did a terrific job of getting us back in that game and just had great contributions on down the line in both of those games in Cancun.
Your most recent non-conference game against 12th-ranked Iowa down in Iowa City, 88-74 the final. You had 4 kids in double-figure scoring.
Yeah, and that scoring's a little misleading. I mean, we had a 3 to cut it to 2 with 4 minutes to go. Very competitive game. We had a lot of kids contribute. I liked how we was able to get downhill and share the basketball and hit some open threes, but I was more impressed with how we rebounded and how we defended. But I liked our mindset going into that Iowa game.
We're going to talk about a lot of the returners coming up, but as we close out this first segment, Coach, some of your newcomers, how do you kind of evaluate them as they're stepping into their roles this season?
Well, I mean, Keba Labi, who, yeah, this is her 3rd year in the program technically, but this is her first role coming off the bench, and we expect great things out of Keba. She shoots the ball extremely well. She's a really good passer, and she's doing some nice things off the dribble. Taryn Wharton, a true freshman point guard, out of Omaha, gets downhill really well as she learns the speed of the game at this level. And the point guard, it's the hard position to learn. She's constantly going to be learning, but she's got someone really good to learn in Maya. And then Riley Goebel, if you can't get excited about the potential in that young lady, man, huge wingspan, runs well, can play some guard, can guard in the post, rebounds, block shots. She also is going to be terrific. But we have a good core of young kids coming back in that sophomore class with Maya and Emerson and Grace and Keba. We're excited about the future of this program.
All right, we're going to talk about those upperclassmen that are leading the way right after this here on Panther Sports Talk.